Finally the bike has started after almost 45 minutes of trying. It was extremely cold, severe conditions, and because of that the bike wasn't starting. Even right now it's about freezing cold. I'll quickly show you guys something very interesting. This is ice. It was a lot more when the sun wasn't there. So chalo, it's time to go now. Today's destination, Leh. Wear your helmet now. Told me that do not come back via this route because it's going to get extremely cold. We got a glimpse of it last night. Minus 18 degrees. Now while returning home, go via Srinagar and not this place. So yeah, it's 10 o'clock in the morning and it's getting a little warm now because the sun is shining. But soon enough it's going to start getting cold again. Overall, not a good idea to stay here, especially in mid-October. Not a good idea at all.
You want water?
No. चल भाई, ऑल सेट. मैंने पेट्रोल कैन यहाँ पे रख दिया, ठीक है. All dusty. 20-25 kilometers before Pang is really bad. Full of dust and loose, really fine soil. It's really bad. Look at this. The bike is getting no traction whatsoever. My visor is completely full of dust. It's insane. And especially with the truck in front of me, the visibility is very less. This patch is really bad. I've been hearing about this patch for many months now and I'm finally getting to see it. It is all that people have said it would be. It's crazy. And I'm getting tankers in front of me, and because of that it's making it a lot more difficult because I'm getting dust on my visor. I can't see. Okay. My jacket is unrecognizable. It has changed its colors. You can see the rocks coming down. No, I went into a khadda. I went into a khadda, okay. And there was a lot of sand there. So like water splashes.
Like that. Yeah. Crazy.
Absolutely insane. Wow. Crazy. Actually I hit a khadda which was full of sand, and like how water splashes, sand splashed on the bike and of course me. Moini is wearing a rain cover, so she's alright, but I am completely covered with sand. We're waiting for the road to clear up. There was a landslide here some time back. So we have just entered Gata loops after that pathetic patch of dust and only dust and trucks. The Gata loops is a segment of 21 bends. So we're just going over those now. We just took the first one. Nice view of the valley. And this is the second one. Of course I'm not going to be counting all of them, but these are the Gata loops. Many turns later in the Gata loops, Now I think we are about to reach the top. I can definitely feel a power drop in the bike because we are at a seriously high altitude, 15,000 feet something. I think between 14 and 15,000 feet. Sarchu was 14,000 feet, so Gata loops with all the 21 bends is going to be much higher. So I can feel that the bike is losing power, but it's just chugging along. What a bike, what a machine. I love my KTM. I love my KTM. By the way, just have a look at this surreal landscape. India is blessed to have something like this. Incredible. Yeah, there are so many caves everywhere I can see. I always wonder, has anybody been to that cave? Or it's just so high up, and there are just so many of them that maybe, you know, nobody must have been to that cave in 1,000 years, or who knows, or 10,000 years. That untouched everything seems really nice. I know I'm getting a little dramatic, but this landscape is really good. I'm really fascinated by those caves everywhere here, and I'm sure no one will be going to them. So just imagine stepping on a piece of land where no one has stepped before. Wow. It's freezing cold. Don't be fooled by the bright sunlight. It's freezing cold. Sometime back there was a puddle of water and it was frozen. I'm shifting to my winter gloves now. Think I need it. There's a reason why they say not to take this area during October time, because it gets very cold. So most unusual weather I've ever seen. Superbly bright but freezing cold. So much so that even the waterfalls are frozen right now. Okay, we have finally reached Nakila Pass, altitude 15,547 feet. Wow, Nakila Pass. This is insane. We are really high up right now, really high up. There are not too many people to be seen. So Nakila Pass done. Incredible landscapes here everywhere. The roads are really bad ahead of Gata loops. Very bad roads. We've just been moving at 20-25. Really bad. The pillions are taking a big hit. So I have two other partners riding with me with our respective wives, and it's really cold, freezing. Even with the winter gloves, I'm feeling the cold. Pang, 25 kilometers to go from here, and still have a long way to climb up, it seems. Mid-afternoon, and there's ice on the side of the road. Ice, 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 babe. Just look at the sky. I've never seen a blue sky which is this blue. I think because we are so high up in altitude, and the oxygen and everything is quite thin, that is why this blue color can be seen. Only in Ladakh, I guess, and other high altitude places. Just look at this color, it's so blue. Saturated blue. Wow. Yet another high altitude pass. This is insane. 16,616 feet. Chungla. We are very high up right now. The highest we've been so far on this trip. And look at the alien landscape in front of me. There's a stream of ice on my right. I've been noticing that there are lots of canyons or gorges that go deep inside the mountain, you know. A really narrow pass, it just takes a turn and goes out of your visibility. Stuff like Star Wars and all that. You know, this is like an alien planet out here. And you know, all those canyons that I was talking about. Imagine just going inside that canyon for about 15-20 minutes, deep inside, let's say, this canyon. Just imagine if you walk inwards for about half an hour or 15-20 minutes even, you will have reached a spot where probably no one has ever been. Canyons like these, you know, God knows where that path goes, and has anyone ever been there? I find that very fascinating, to go where no one has ever been. Good afternoon from Pang. We stopped at Potala Pang restaurant. We had some amazing chow mein noodles and aloo paratha. The bike is extremely dusty. The stretch from Sarchu to Pang is what do I say? It's in a very bad shape. And look at the bike. Very bad shape. So Leh is another 5 hours from Pang, but now the roads are going to get much better. So yeah, that's it. We are almost there. But before we reach Leh, we are going to have to cross Tanglangla, which is a 19-kilometer road which is constantly climbing. So yeah, Tanglangla is the last pass now before Leh. We did Lachungla, we did Baralachla yesterday, and now Tanglangla. Okay, we just had to enter our details. Nothing much, just name, bike number, and contact number, and that's it. ओ तेरी नहीं होने वाला, उस साइड से ही जाऊंगा. बस बार हाँ. Thank you. So you have to enter your details over here. My god, Pang is at a height of 15,200 something. Definitely I can feel a shortness of breath, especially when you get excited. So that's Pang down there. We had our lunch over there. Such a small what do you say, it's like a camp, it's not even a town. And now we'll have to keep climbing towards Tanglangla. We're 58 kilometers 58 kilometers before Tanglangla. We've entered this plain region. Just look at it. Looks amazing. The road, although is smooth, but it's quite bouncy. You have to take it a bit easy on this road. So it is quite bouncy. We should reach Leh in approximately another 4.5 hours. Like right now it's 3 o'clock. By 7:30 we should reach. I feel that I should ride my bike right up till the top and see what's on the other side. GoPro, stop it. stop recording. GoPro, stop recording. You see the road that goes to the mighty Tanglangla. Mumbai. GoPro, stop. 3.5 kilometers away from Tanglangla. We came via that road all the way from down there, and Tanglangla is only 3 kilometers away now. It is bone freezing cold. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I cannot describe to you what the temperature feels like, especially when you're on the bike. Hats off to Mohini also for doing this so sportingly. And look at that. Look at that ice glistening in the sun. That's so beautiful. Of course, there is ice everywhere. It's too cold. It's too cold. You see the whole hillside is shining. That's all ice. Tanglangla is not far away now. The road from Pang to Tanglangla is really good, smooth. You can cover the distance very quickly. This is a lot of altitude, guys. It's no joke. That's my bike. And boy, say hi.
Hi.
How does it feel to be on top of the world?
It's unbelievable.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Awesome. Boys and girls, we made it to Tanglangla. It was once the second highest motorable pass in the world. Altitude of 17,582 feet. It really feels like we are on top of the world right now. Snow-capped mountains everywhere, all around us. Let me show you the board. Unbelievable, is it not? Yes. Oh boy. Just look at that ice cap mountain there. Ice. Ice.